What's going on, everybody? It's Big West here. I've been getting a lot of questions about this, and I've been putting a lot of people on anime because that's all I do. So I just wanted to put this together. This is the method that I use. It works every time, and so I'm just gonna show you guys or tell you guys how to get your friends watching anime and actually invested, not just a one-off show just because you recommend it and they don't even like it. Just getting them actually invested in anime. Actually, before I do that, I'm gonna tell you what most people do wrong. The number one thing you don't want to do, as much as this probably doesn't make sense, don't put them on your favorite number one all-time anime show, just for a couple reasons. You don't want to show them that because they're generally long. It's has a lot of heavy anime characteristics that they might not understand, little gags and jokes, and it's probably gonna be pretty overwhelming for them. So you don't want to show them Naruto or One Piece. Definitely not One Piece right away, or even Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball's a little different, but generally speaking, those big anime, it takes way too long. Even Gintama, stuff like that, way too long, way too many episodes. They're just gonna be this is so much, and they're not gonna even want to watch it. Another thing you don't want to do right away is put them on the classics, or stuff that just the animation is just really outdated. So even though it's a great anime, that's stuff that anime fans should watch, top 10s, and go back if you actually like it. But for new people, the animation is way too old, so you're not gonna want to watch Cowboy Bebop or even Berserk. Even though those are crazy anime, it looks too old and it's hard to watch. Even Yu Yu Hakusho, stuff like that, it's just harder to watch. Even the early seasons of One Piece, that was kind of hard to watch just because the animation's so dated. And now stuff that you do want to do, watch the show with them. If it's that great of a show, you'll rewatch it. You can answer questions for them along the way, or just keep up to date where they are in the show. So now is my method for getting people to watch anime. Kind of have 3 tiers to it. So first tier is your introduction anime. Now this is a show I recommend to everyone for their first anime, and I've seen the show a million times because of it, but it's Death Note. So Death Note is a great show to introduce to someone for their first anime because one, it's not as kiddie, cartoony, or over dramatic as some anime. It's all serious, all business. It's a darker tone. So the main thing why a lot of people don't watch anime or criticize it is, it's cartoons, it's for kids. And Death Note just throws that whole notion out the window of how serious a show can be. I always say anime have some of the best storylines, way better than anything in North America. So Death Note shows someone how serious a show can be, and that gets the whole kiddie cartoon notion out of their mind. Another reason why I love recommending Death Note is that it's relatively short, only I think 37 episodes. I could bang out the whole thing in a day if I really wanted to, just sit down and watch it all. And it's easy to get to binge. You just want to watch and keep watching episodes, and the first half is just amazing. So it's not overwhelming, not too many episodes, really serious show. So that's a great first intro anime. So after Death Note, I always tell people to watch Attack on Titan. So the reason I do that is because it's made, has the same director, so made by the same people. Animation is kind of similar. It has halfway between each episode those information bits about the world of the show. So it's the next step, and then on top of that, it's a really recent show, so they feel now, okay, I'm in the loop with everyone who's watching all these popular anime, so they feel confident. They can talk to anyone else and about anime. If they say, I know Attack on Titan, they get a good response. They're not a nobody who doesn't know anything. People actually look at them with some sort of respect in terms of anime knowledge. Also, it's the most graphic show ever, so again, pushes out that whole notion of anime is cartoony and childish. Then after you watch those two, at the time there was only one season, but now there's more, but One Punch Man. So One Punch now, since it was so short, it's a quick anime that can bang out. This throws in all the gag cartoony stuff of anime in a fun way, and it's really funny. And so now they're receptive to the funnier, lighter side of anime, and a little bit off like the edginess and seriousness of like the first two shows. And then, so that is like the first phase, the intro anime. So the next one I recommend, if you can hold out, like if they're not hooked yet, before you can tell them like the shows that you really want them to watch, I say watch My Hero Academia. Again, it's another brand new show, animation's crisp, and it's like the most popular show right now. Everyone's talking about it, and depending on what time of the year you introduce it to them, it'll be a great time to binge because they can just watch all the episodes, and then the new episodes are out in a couple months. I got one of my friends watching, and then now she's watching it on TV weekly with everybody, and it's like it's a good thing to be a part of the hype. At this point, they should actually have a respect for anime. If they've watched even a couple of these shows, they should know what anime is about. And now I'd say you can introduce them to like the full-fledged anime. So at this point, I'd put them on Naruto or Hunter x Hunter or Code Geass or anything crazy like that. I remember my friend who I introduced to anime early on, a little modified version of this list, but then once he finished Attack on Titan, he went and watched Code Geass by himself. I didn't even recommend it. And he was like totally against anime before, and now he just loves it because he's been receptive to it. And that's the best part, when you've been showing them shows and they're asking for recommendations, but then they go find stuff out themselves. It's a great feeling to like show something to someone and then they just appreciate it, and you find out that they're like digging into it on their own now. So yeah, like so at this point, all your favorites you can put them on, like Bleach and even find like the other little funny animes like Prison School and High School of the Dead. Like I love those animes. They're short and they're funny and they're full of action. So yeah, at this point, you can tell your friend almost any anime, and they should be able to just like give it a shot, and they'll decide at this point if what genre of anime that they like themselves, and they can say no, I don't want to watch that without being totally put off by anime altogether. Now my last tier of anime, I said it's just three, but I have like a fourth one, and it's my never recommend category. And it's gonna sound crazy again, but it's basically only One Piece and Dragon Ball. I say never recommend because I will talk to people who've watched One Piece. I've just binge watched the whole thing the last year, and I'm caught up now. And I say never recommend because it's just so many episodes and it's a lot to get invested to. So people who watch the show, I'll talk to them, or I'm talking to someone who already watches anime and they ask me, yo, is One Piece a good show? Like, should I start it? I'm like, yeah, definitely. Like, watch it then. But I'll never just tell someone, yo, like, you know what you should watch? One Piece, because it's amazing. Like, just because it's so long and I know it's a lot to invest to people. So I never tell anyone to watch it, even though it's an amazing show. The other one is Dragon Ball, the whole franchise. Because a lot of people who grew up in the 90s, Dragon Ball is like a really big thing. So I know everyone has like a little bit of knowledge for it and love and appreciation for the Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z especially. But for new people who've never watched anime, it's a lot because again, Dragon Ball, if I tell people to watch it and they haven't seen anything, I tell them to start from Dragon Ball and not Dragon Ball Z, because Dragon Ball Z is what everyone remembers, but no one remembers Dragon Ball, and to get an appreciation for the whole show, you have to start with Dragon Ball. Because there's so many little things and characters that you won't fully appreciate if you just start from Z. Like, basically the whole main cast of Dragon Ball is almost irrelevant in Z, and even less in Super. And then in Super, there's a lot of old Dragon Ball references that they've done for the, like, long-time fans that you wouldn't understand if you didn't watch Dragon Ball. So you have to start from there. And then again, Dragon Ball is just like really old to start with. As funny and amazing as it is, it's an older anime. And when you put everything together, including Dragon Ball Z, Super, and GT, if you're a really Go Hard fan, it actually almost rivals One Piece and like Naruto. Like, there's a lot of episodes. That's why I never recommend those. But that is like if you watch the first part of the video, that is definitely how you get your friends to watch anime and appreciate it. Or, you know, sometimes like it's really not for them. They don't want to watch it and you're just gonna be like, alright, like I tried. But like if they watch those first couple shows, which are easy to watch and they're really great shows, more times than not, like it's never failed me yet. To some degree, that person will become an anime fan. So let me know what shows you recommend to people. I'm looking for new shows to watch too, so let me know in the comments some great shows. I just started watching Cells at Work. It's really funny. So let me know what you guys think of the video and how you get your friends to watch anime. Like this video, share it with someone who doesn't watch anime and you want them to, or another anime fan so they can compare my list. And subscribe. I got more videos coming out all the time, so you don't want to miss out. And I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Peace out.